Okay, boys and girls, we're going to do a little bit, it'll be a little bit of a review on equations in this station. So in chapter 3 at the beginning of the year, we talked about how to write an equation. An equation is a sentence that has an equal sign and a variable. So this is an equation, 4a equals 28. Remember that when a letter and a number are right next to each other, that means multiplication. So 4 times a equals 28. And then we need to figure out what that a equals. So that's really what I'm going to be focusing on. You'll see a lot of times situation equation and solution equation. The situation is just how you set it up with the variable. The solution equation is what does that variable mean. So let's look at some examples. Kaya put 28 apples into 4 equal packages. How many apples were in each package? When we're talking about equal groups, boys and girls, we're going to be thinking about multiplication and division. So in Unit 3, we did a lot of adding and subtracting with our equations. And in Unit 1, we're going to be talking about multiplication and division. So in this case, there are 28 total apples, so that goes on our one side of our equation. They're in 4 equal packages, so 4 times something has to equal 28, which we already kind of talked about. So then you need to figure it out. So you could write it 4 times a times 4 equals 28, or 28 divided by 4 equals a. It's the same thing. Remember, multiplication and division are inverse operations. So a in this case would equal 7. Okay, we're going to go down and try some together here. So 5 minivans took 40 students to the zoo. If each minivan had the same number of students, how many students were in each minivan? So we need to know how many students, or we want to know how many students were in each minivan. That's what we're looking for. So we can write the situation equation 2 different ways. We can say that there are 5 vans with the same number of students, and that'll equal our 40 students. Or we could say, well, there's 40 students, 40 students, divided into 5 vans equals how many students in each van. So either way, you're setting it up, you have a variable and an equal sign. These are the same sort of equations. You're looking for the same thing. Now our situation equation is, what does S equal? So you can think to yourself, well, 5 times what equals 40? Or you can say, okay, 40 divided by 5 equals, and S equals 8. So that's how you set up these multiplication and division equations. Let's look at number 4. 15 trading cards are arranged in 3 equal groups. How many cards are in each group? Again, you could do a multiplication equation and say 3 times so many trading cards equals 15 total. Or you could say 15 divided into 3 groups equals how many cards in each group. Again, same. You're looking for the same thing. So what does our solution have to equal? Well, what times 3 equals 15? 5 times 3. So your answer would be 5 cards. I forgot to label it on the first one. So that is how you use your equations with multiplication and division. And now you're going to try. Please get the paper that has the QR codes and do what does the directions say.